Climategate happened in November of 2009, and it was the unauthorized release of thousands of emails and other documents obtained through hacking a server used by the University of East Anglia's Climatic Research Unit. The release of the emails led to allegations that climate scientists colluded to withhold scientific information, interfered with the peer review process to prevent dissenting scientific papers from being published, deleted emails and raw data to prevent data from being revealed under the Freedom of Information Act, and manipulated data to make the case for global warming stronger than it is. This is obviously an ethical issue because it deals with not only hacking a server, but whether or not we should believe what scientists tell us, which I think a lot of us automatically want to do because of their prestige and their position in society. So something that is brought up in the textbook that we have in chapter 3 on page 37 is the human capacity for symbol using. That's a uniquely human thing that we do. And it talks about how not only can we convert immediate sensory data into symbol, we also can use symbols to refer to other symbols, such as conceptions of goals, values, and ideals, and to pass on accumulated knowledge and insight from one generation to another. So I think that the symbol of people, like humans as a race, being responsible for something bad happening to the climate and ruining the earth has a lot to do with why this is such a sensitive issue and why people were so upset about it. That we created this symbol of people being responsible for it, and a lot of people didn't believe it. And I think that the release of the emails makes it more of release of the data makes it more of an ethical situation, because now that whole symbol that we were using is kind of questioned, and we're not sure if we can believe it anymore. We don't know where to go from there. Another symbol another uniquely human quality that we have is the unique need for human beings to need other human beings. So not only do we need ourselves to come up with these ideas, but we need other people to kind of believe them. And this is something that Wieman and Walter label as appreciative understanding. And this is of other people acknowledging what you're saying and trying to understand it themselves. And they say that the fulfillment of the need for mutual appreciative understanding does not mean, they note, approval of everything someone else says or does. So I think this is really important to mention, that you don't necessarily need the approval of everyone, but you kind of, I think I have a dissenting opinion about that, because I do think a lot has to do with wanting other people to believe you, especially in the climate change issue, because it's all about what you believe and whether or not you think that the human race needs to take a stand against what they're doing and need to change their ways in order to help save the climate. Another thing is that they talk about in here is the communication ethical standard. And it says that the ethical standard advocated by Wieman and Walter is clear. Communication is ethical to the degree that it enhances human symbol using capacity, fulfills the need for mutual appreciative understanding, and promotes mutuality of control and influence. Such communication requires, in part, valid and honest evidence and reasoning along with solutions that are of most benefit to humanity. So by this definition, the scientists at the East Anglia Climatic Research Unit would not be ethical in the fact that they withheld information from the human population and withheld information that dissented their own opinion. So I think that's an interesting way to look at it, because for most people, or most people that I know, we do believe that people are the culprit of this, and no matter what scientists say or what other people say, we're kind of stuck on that. But according to this definition, what they did was unethical, and we should question what they say now always, because they have dissented this opinion, or they have gone against this standard. So I think that this is really important to note, and that the Climategate issue really brings up a lot of important questions that we should still ask ourselves about climate change, and that we can't just blindly follow scientists and what they say.